Hey guys, so I am here for a 30 and 31 weeks pregnancy update, and I have just filmed that little part like 3 times because I cannot believe I'm in the 30 weeks. Like, it's like the final countdown. We're in like 10 and below weeks left, and that just blows my mind because I remember when I was like 10 weeks pregnant, and that seems like such a long time ago. So I am saying it every time, but this pregnancy is just going by so fast. And I thought it would start to slow down because it like is coming to the end of it. I thought I would like, time would just slow down and I would just like be like, come on, any day now, which I kind of feel that way because I'm so much in anticipation of meeting her, but it's still like going by so fast and it just blows my mind. So I have my handy dandy notebook and I'm going to start off at 30 weeks, just kind of going through my symptoms. So what I do now is I just write down everything like in my phone, of what's been going on throughout that week, and then I put it in a notebook, and so I talk about it here. And this time I put like what she is supposedly weighing. All these apps say something different. These like calculations are from the Bump app, the Bump pregnancy app. I like that one a lot, just how it's like organized and how it's just, it's really aesthetically pleasing too. But if you look on and compare each and every pregnancy app, they're all going to tell you different measurements and different like vegetables and fruit that your baby is. So it just kind of depends. You just take what you get. So basically at 30 weeks, she is 2.89 pounds and 15.7 inches and the size of a zucchini, which is crazy. So this week I was so tired. And that's kind of been the theme of pregnancy in the 3rd trimester, is just like feeling so exhausted. But I really feel like I needed naps. Like, I'm like, I can't function if I don't take like a 30-minute nap or an hour nap right now. So naps are definitely needed. It's just my body feeling so tired. Like, it's like needing that nap. Like, I'm not even kidding when I'm saying needing. It's like my body's like, Teresa, hello, like jump in bed. You're tired. You need to rest. You're taking care of another human. So definitely so tired, which kind of is an internal battle for me because I like to have energy and I like to do things, but I'm learning to just take it easy and listen to my body. And I also put down here, workouts aren't the same anymore. I've kind of had to slow down again with my running, which is perfectly fine. I expected that. And I definitely find it way more enjoyable to run when I'm running at this like slower pace. I'm burping, guys. That's really attractive. And also this week, I was really anxious just for no reason. I like try to like pinpoint it because I've talked about this so many times, but just kind of talking about it again. I've experienced anxiety in the past prior to pregnancy, just throughout my life. And this anxiety is different because it's hormonal. And I just feel like when I experienced anxiety prior to pregnancy, I could like pinpoint it down. Like, it just took a lot of digging and I would find out the reason why I was being anxious or I was feeling anxiety. And I would kind of like work with myself in that way. But with being pregnant, I'll get anxious for nothing. Like, I just feel like there's just like something that needs to get done. And that could be it, like needing to get things done because it's getting so close to her being here. But I just find myself like worrying about nothing and kind of loopholing myself, if that's like the word I want to use, into this like spiral of being anxious and worrying about everything. And it doesn't really make sense. And I kind of have to pull myself back and be like, everything's okay. And everything will get figured out. Like, I talked about this in my last video, but she'll have what she needs. Like, it's all going to be okay. So if you're feeling anxiety, just know that I'm feeling it too at times. And it was definitely that feeling during my 30 weeks. We also did a hospital tour, and that was so cool. Like, we knew that we were more than likely going to be delivering at this hospital anyway, but we just wanted to like confirm, like have that beautiful confirmation of like, this feels right. And you can go online and do like a virtual tour, but there's nothing like the real deal of going inside and being like, this is it. And everyone you talked to was super nice and super helpful. She showed us around the whole place and it just felt right. So we're definitely going to be delivering there, and it's just so nice to have like a place, like we know what we're doing. My doctor's on call for like when I go into labor, and they have it all figured out, and it like works with my insurance, so everything's good. And so I am so excited and freaking relieved about that. Like, just another thing to be like, oh, it's okay. And then we also had my doctor visit, which was a very short, measuring just like the fundal height, which is just like the measurement of my belly. Basically, the measurement that they get correlates exactly with like the week you're on. It can like be, I believe it can go both ways, like 2 weeks, or like a measurement of 2. So me being 30 weeks at that visit, I was measuring at 30, but it can go like a couple of numbers is what I've heard. So it's just a very routine visit. I also have footage of us hearing her heartbeat that I think I'm gonna insert here. If not, it will be on my social media. I believe I'm gonna upload that sometime. It's really cute. It's just John sneaking a video, and then the lady helping the midwife was like, you can take a video, it's totally fine. And it was just funny because he got caught from her, but like not caught is just funny. And then my appetite increased so much. Like, I was eating everything, but I don't care, because it's like, obviously she's going through a growth spurt when I'm like wanting to be like ravenous. Is that the word? Words today, guys. And like eat everything. She's going through a growth spurt and she needs it. So I just wanted to eat everything, and that's what I did. And like, I am like conscious about what I'm eating, but if I'm like really craving, like say a cookie, then I'm gonna have that cookie. And like, it's totally fine. And I know that it just balances itself out. So that's week 30. So that was an awesome week. And then week 31. So week 31, according to the Bump app, she was weighing around 3.31 pounds, and she was 16.1 inches, and she was the size of asparagus, which is so funny because I was craving asparagus so much this week and I was eating it a ton. I love like when like restaurants make like a really, like they just know how to make their asparagus. I'm so weird about that because not a lot of people I know like asparagus, but I like it. So this week, again, with the exhaustion, I'm just like, what? I'm supposed to be awake for this? I'm just needing naps and giving myself those naps. Being kind to myself was a huge theme for that week. Just being kind and really taking care of myself and honoring myself, because I know if I'm happy, she is gonna be happy. And then we got our maternity photos done. So one of my best friends and her boyfriend took our photos for us, and it was so fun. Like, prior to getting them done, I was just like stressing out about like, what am I gonna wear, and like, how is this gonna be, just because of that like anxiety kicking in. And then I found a really amazing dress on Amazon, and it just all worked out, and the vibes were just amazing. Like, we all just like felt that love, and it just was so awesome. So I'm going to insert some of those pictures too. It was just so magical, and I am so excited to show baby girl like her photos of when she was in my tummy, and like to have those memories is just something that I'm going to cherish forever. And I am so happy I did it, because I wasn't really thinking about doing it. And she was like, hey, I want to like practice my photography and all that. And she's been wanting to take pictures for me for a while, since I graduated with my bachelor's like a year ago. I think it's been a year. she was gonna take my graduation pictures, but we just never got around to it. So she's been wanting to for a long time. It just hasn't happened. So I'm so happy we did it. And she is like profesh. So she's awesome. And then I went for a run outside, despite not wanting to like move because I was so tired. I was just like, I'm gonna do something. And the thought of me running on a treadmill that day just did not sound appealing. And John had my keys. He accidentally took my keys with him where he was, and he was gonna be back a little bit later. And I was like, I just wanna go now. So I just ran around my neighborhood and it felt so good. Like, of course I felt like, I was like, oh my gosh, like how am I gonna do this? Because I try to run at least 2 miles when I run. But then after that first mile, I was just like, wow. And the sunlight and the air, and oh, it felt so good. And I was like, I put on my Instagram, I was like, I don't know how I just did that, but we're alive and we're okay. So that was awesome. That felt so good. So like anyway, I recommend any way you can move your body. I've said this before too, but even just going for a walk, just anything, just feels so good mentally. And that's like the space I'm coming from when I'm exercising during pregnancy, is just what's gonna assist me in feeling so good mentally. And of course the physical benefits, like you feel so good. But like first for me, it's self-love. Like how can I show my self-love? What can I do? So I exercise and I really focus and hone in on like, I feel so good doing this. Like these endorphins are amazing. So that's what I've been focusing on. John and I also traveled this week, and I was receiving like compliments from people, and I put down on my notebook, I'm like, compliments are great because it's just so nice to like feel like if you've been pregnant or you're pregnant now, you know what it feels like probably, unless you don't, I don't know. Just depends on who you are, I guess, and your experience, which we're all different. But for me, I know what it feels like to feel self-conscious and just kind of like bigger. Like I can see in my cheeks I'm bigger, and like, which I'm making a human, so I love it all. But there are times where it's a little harder to be like, wow, I look real good. But people were just giving me compliments like, you look so beautiful. And they were just, there was this one lady on the airplane that was just like, you are just like, oh baby, like you look so good. And it was just so sweet to hear that. It was awesome. So I wrote that down. So if you know a pregnant lady, give her a compliment and tell her she's radiant and glistening and glowing. She's making a human. That's a lot of work. And then also my anxiety lessened the more that I just accepted what was going on and where I'm at, and just surrendered to changes, like changes in myself, changes in my body, changes in my way of thinking. It's a huge transformation to become a mom. So of course I'm gonna feel this way. I'm gonna feel nervous, I'm gonna feel scared, I'm gonna feel happy and elated. It just depends, but just accepting that and being like, I'm good with where I'm at, that definitely assisted me. And then I also put on there that I was kind of experiencing, and I still kind of am, but like sleep insomnia a little bit. Like I've kind of had this for my whole life, so I don't know if it's like pregnancy related. I know more of the insomnia part is, but just kind of like more like feeling awake at nighttime and just kind of like anxious about going to bed. So I've just been kind of like easing my mind into going to sleep and knowing that it's okay to sleep, it's okay to rest. And then also she was moving so much. Like I'm talking huge movement. So I've talked about her movements before, but like now she like does waves in my stomach. And I always heard moms talking about how like later on in pregnancy, you can see limbs and you can see them like swooshing is what I call it. And I can see that now. So when she's super active, say if I give her something like really cold, like cold water, or like something sugary or spicy, she even like does it with spicy things. Or just if I'm laying in a certain like direction in a certain way, she is just like moving in my belly, and I find it so awesome. Like I'll like lift up my shirt and I'm just staring at her, and she just like moves around, and it is the coolest freaking thing in the whole world, because as she's getting stronger, she's like building up that strength to be like pow and kick and like move all around, and it's like so freaking awesome to be like, that's my daughter. Like, it is the coolest thing ever. I don't know how else to explain it. Like, I'm like, I want you guys to feel it with me. It is awesome. It is like the coolest feeling. I love it. And then I also think I experienced what they call lightning crotch, which is just like that feeling, like exactly what it says. It's just like that feeling of lightning in the downstairs region. It only happened for a second, but I feel like I felt that. I was like, that's the face I made. So, and then also when we were traveling, we were on an airplane, and when turbulence hit, I got sick, and I at least made it to the bathroom and I puked. So that was fine. But, the flight attendant was like, are you okay? And I was like, no. She's like, nauseous. And I was like, yeah. And because when I'm sick, I just try to hide like away. Like I don't want anyone like having to go out of their way to make sure I'm okay. So I was just like, I'm fine. But yeah, so, but it's fine. It was like kind of expected because it's turbulence and people get sick anyway, even if they're not pregnant. So, and then also I was peeing all the time. And that really is because I feel her on my bladder. Like I feel her moving on my bladder, and even if I don't have to pee like 2 seconds prior, like I didn't drink anything, everything's fine, she'll start moving on it and I'm just like to the bathroom like every 10 seconds. And then of course, like before I go to bed, I have to go, and so it's just funny. But that's pretty much it for weeks 30 and 31. I am currently 32 weeks pregnant. I'm uploading this or like filming this a little bit later just because as we're getting back and everything into the swing of things again. But yeah, guys, if you have any video suggestions of what you want me to create and like what you want us to chat about, I would love that. So put that down in the comments and just let me know. Like be like, hey, can you make a video on this? Or like, if you have any questions, put them down below. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and subscribe to my channel so we can have a beautiful community of just positive, amazing humans. That's like what this is all about. Like I have never found yet, like I'm being so genuine and honest with you guys, I haven't found a deeper joy than just talking this out to you guys, like experiencing and literally like documenting my journey and being able to share it with other moms and other people that just get it, and like creating this beautiful community. So many of you have already reached out to me and just have been talking with me, and I feel like I'm on this journey with you as well, and it's so beautiful. That's another thing, is I get emotional, so emotional. But it's so beautiful. Motherhood is such a beautiful thing, and I can't wait to fully experience it when she's here. It's literally less than 2 months away that she'll be here, and I cannot believe it. Like, it's just boggling my mind. I don't know. But yeah, if you would like more updates on things, I'm on Instagram a lot, just Insta story. I don't post like a ton of new posts, but it's just so fun to just like easily post something there and just like share what's going on. So I'll put my Instagram below. I hope you guys have an amazing day. Aside from doing pregnancy updates, let me know what you want to hear. I talk about everything, so let me know what you want to hear. Also, you can see like I have like her stuff hung up. I put pictures in my Q&A. Some of her stuff from the registry has come in, like this little bouncer that I'm so excited for. It's like a puppy one, and then right here is like a little swing. And then her little hamper, just kind of some fun things. And then this painting back here is what one of my friends painted for her nursery. So it's amazing. This room is filled with such beauty, just love and light, and I love it so much. So yeah, guys, that was a long-winded way to say goodbye, but I love you all, and I hope you guys have an amazing day. Peace, love, and blessings. Bye, guys. So pregnancy brain is in full effect because I didn't show you guys my belly. So let me show you guys. This is by far one of my favorite pregnancy shirts, and it was only like $8 from Ross. But look at her. It's so comfy. But yeah, this is how big she has gotten. I snuck a basketball under my shirt, or a watermelon. One of our friends from like our favorite restaurant was like, she's growing and growing. And I'm like, yeah. And then this is with the shirt up. I do have, I think I've talked about this, but I have stretch marks on the side here. So I think my hips were just growing a lot, and that's fine with me. I'm totally fine with that. Like how big. Woohoo! Sheeshy looshy. But yeah, that is baby girl. But yeah, guys, I hope you have an awesome day, and I'll see you for the next pregnancy update. Bye, guys.